It feels like there is something so like profound and special about starting to teach the same grades over again because I have more than one child, and I really appreciate this time of life, this season with my kids. Second grade is a lot of fun to teach. So let's dive into my daughter's curriculum this year. Hi guys, my name's Livy. I am a single homeschooling parent to two amazing kids, and I'm going to have a fifth grader and a second grader going into the 2024 through 2025 homeschool year. Now, this will not be a literal unboxing like my previous two videos because a lot of my kids' curriculum was in one box together, and I already opened them all to show you guys what my son Silas will be doing. So instead, it's just a stack of books that I'm going to go over. Before everybody comes for me, I just want to point out that this is not all second grade level. None of my videos are. I believe in children being taught where they comprehend, wherever their comprehension lands and whatever serves them best. Her math is second grade level, but everything else would definitely be considered first grade. Also, last year was definitely not our strongest homeschool year. A lot happened, and I frankly just got way too lax about it, and we didn't cover as much material as we needed. So I am making a hardcore change this year to devoting more time, which is still not very much compared to what they would be doing at an actual school, but more time, more often. That being said, with some of these that are earlier grades, I have every confidence that we will catch up. Well, let's start with handwriting. So we use Handwriting Without Tears. It is the most effective and easy to use curriculum I've found for handwriting. So I'm going to have my kids go through all the levels. It actually goes all the way through fifth grade and teaches cursive. So we stopped in the middle of this one, the Letters and Numbers for Me book. And I'm not a parent who won't stop the homeschool year until the books are done. I'm also not a parent who allows books to go unfinished. I've tried it both ways, and the only thing that works for us is to stick to the schedule according to the time I've allotted myself, and then stop wherever we are and resume wherever we left off. I absolutely do not stress about starting with a fresh curriculum at the beginning of every school year. My kids learn better this way. She just has a few pages left in the back of this, so let me show you a few pages from it. One of the things that I think makes this curriculum so effective is the emphasis on making your letters symmetrical. So you can see here that there is this gray box outline, and the student is supposed to be straight up against that line and basically pretending like it's a miniature chalkboard. And if at any point they start to stray from those letters being symmetrical as if it's in a perfect square, we get the chalkboard back out so they can actually feel being up against the edge of that chalkboard and it works wonders. So when she finishes this one, we're going to do this printing power, and I'll show you a few pages from this one. Definitely more repetition because per page, because as they get older they can do more in a smaller amount of time. I'm going to have both my kids do 2 pages per day right before their individual reading lessons. So this is it for her handwriting. Next, I want to show you the reading program we use. I use All About Reading for both of my kids. There are 5 levels, including the pre-reader. Unfortunately, I didn't know about it with my son. Totally wish I had done that with him for his alphabet and alphabet sounds and phonics. He will go through all levels 1 through 4. She will have gone through all 5 levels. So I don't need to buy the curriculum every year for her. It's reusable, thank you God, because it's so expensive. So this is the well-used, worn level 1, which is what she's in now. This would be considered more first grade level, but it's just where she is. Reading has not come easily for her, so I'm grateful for such an effective curriculum. I don't think she will be jumping ahead this year and going through level 2 as well. I think this is where she needs to be and probably where she will stay consistently, like level 1 this year, level 2 next year, and on. Level 1 is when they learn to read. So level 2, 3, 4, they're just becoming stronger readers, able to read longer, more complex words. But level 1, if that's all you did, that would teach your child to read. There are 3 volumes for their readers. The other 2 are in the other room right now, and I don't want to go get them. But she's through the first 4 stories, I think. And I love readers so much. I think they're brilliant. They're so encouraging to the child because they get to read a whole story when maybe they literally are only able to blend 3 or 4 sounds together. So here are some of the first stories your child would be reading in this program. Then this is the activity book, which has lots and lots of cutout activities. Unfortunately, with my son, I wasn't smart enough to keep the cutout activities, so I did have to repurchase the learning activity book just for level 1. I have not made that mistake with any of the other levels. So pro tip, if you're using this program, when you get a cutout activity, put it in a page protector, seal the top with a paper clip, and put it in a binder and label it for that level and reuse it with all of your kids. You will save a ton of money. There are also just practice sheets on here where I'll show you one of these just to practice reading a few words, oftentimes as a warm-up before they read a story. And they have these little word flippers, so you cut these out and then staple it together. And so if the end sound is ump, and then as they flip it over, it'll be bump, dump, lump, thump, and so on. Those are really fun and effective. This program is designed that you should only spend 20 minutes a day working with your child, which I think is perfect and so reasonable. And you literally just stop wherever you leave off when that 20-minute time block has ended, and then resume with your kids. And I swear by time blocking rather than by assignment for homeschooling. Again, it's just, do you want to get stuff done so that you can say you did it, or do you want your child to learn? Time blocking is so much better for true comprehension. And then this is the teacher's manual. So it just gives you instructions on what to use every day, because sometimes you'll do the reading activity, or sometimes it'll tell you to use the reader, or sometimes it will tell you to do flashcards. This poor box is so beat up because both my kids have used it for 3 years now. But they have word cards in here to practice, phonogram cards and word cards. So that is Daisy's reading program this year. And last but not least is her math. I feel like I just got my son through this program. It's just so cool to be teaching another child through it and to know that it really is effective and really is beautiful and really does work. So this is Math Lessons for a Living Education Level 2 from Master Books. Angela Odell made, I think, 7 levels. I actually have all of them linked in my Amazon store if you want to check them out. They're extremely affordable and they're just very simple. They are a combination of both mastery and spiral. So you're not supposed to move on from one concept until your child has mastered it, while at the same time they will spiral back around to that concept to make sure the mastery has stuck several times. I think that spiral is even better than testing. Not a big fan of tests, not gonna lie, because you can still memorize things short term and not truly have mastered it long term if you're never going to come back to it again. The lessons are really simple, mostly just textbook based. There are some crafts in it and most of it is just around the house items, really easy to do, but really good quality time. It is designed to be 5 days a week. We only do school 4 days a week, but my kids usually get 1.5 to 3 lessons done per day. So we should have more than enough time to complete it. My daughter just has like 5 lessons left in level 1. So she should be able to breeze through this level before the end of the next school year, no problem. And I'll show you a few pages. All right, and that is it for all of Daisy's core curriculums for 2nd grade. If you want to see what we are doing for poetry, Bible, science, history, and geography and French, then make sure to watch my previous video where I unbox all of our group studies that we do for Morning Basket. We are starting up school next week and we're all 3 extremely excited. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.